All right, hey guys. We did example 4A in class, and I don't know. I'm probably gonna be using these videos later, but I'll just go ahead and tell the future calculus students that in the fall of 2021, I made a mess out of that one in class, and I'm going to not do that this time. Okay, so on part B, if I try to do a direct substitution, I mean, you can see right away what's going to happen. A 0 substituted in for both of those x's is going to give me a half minus half up top, 0 and 0 on the bottom. That's indeterminate form. 0 over 0 is indeterminate form, and we're going to fix it. So the way we're going to fix it, we had a couple of ways we did that. I don't know. I like the common denominator thing, so I believe I'm going to do it that way. But it's up to you. You could also, I mean, I'll do it that way, and then I'll do the second way, and you can just pick whichever one you like. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those two fractions in the numerator together as one. And so their denominator, just about every time, is just going to be the two multiplied together. So so it's going to be, I'm going to move down here. I need a little more room. Okay, so it's going to be, make it a little bit bigger. So the limit as x approaches 0. All right, and now I'm going to have new, the bottom of the fraction is just going to stay x. Just leave that alone for now. And then the numerator then, those two denominators are going to become 2 times 2 plus x. 2 times 2 plus x. All right, minus new denominator of 2 times 2 plus x. Okay, yay, yay. All right, so then what's new? All right, so going from this fraction to this fraction, the 2 that I multiplied by is new. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then here, what's new is the 2 plus x, correct? Which I'm subtracting both of those. Be very careful about that. We don't want to make a subtraction mistake here in a second. Okay? All right, so there we go. So that's equal to, or over here. All right, you may prefer it over here, but I'll just go ahead and go. The limit as x approaches 0 of, all right, still got the x on the bottom. All right, and now this becomes one single fraction. Now be very careful here because you can make a mistake that is a subtraction mistake. All right, because we're subtracting two things in that numerator. They both are positive, okay? I'm talking right here. We're subtracting both of those. So, and I won't skip any steps because this can get a little crazy. So I got 2 minus 2. I think everybody would do that okay. But then I'm subtracting also the x, so negative x. Again, subtracting x, negative x. All right, well, okay. So here's the situation. If you would like, we'll think of that as 1. All right, and so then this is the same. And oh, yes, I'll go ahead and show those two going away. All right, so I got this crazy looking thing, but watch what's about to happen. Okay, so it's kind of magical. So the limit as x approaches 0, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to do the little reciprocal thing. All right, so it's going to be negative x over 2 times 2 plus x okay, times 1 over x. Now, I do want to say one little thing here. I knew this was going to happen. Again, this is from years and years and years of doing this. I knew that those two were going to cancel each other out. They're both in the numerator of two fractions. And so they if they're the same thing, they cancel each other out. But you're going to see that happening right here. Okay. All right. So either way you do it, it's fine. And then, so then that gives me the limit as x approaches 0 of negative 1. Now, if you didn't do your subtraction properly, you'd have a positive 1 right there, and that's going to change your answer completely. And then since the x is canceled, that got rid of our 0 over 0 situation. Our indeterminate form is now gone, has been eliminated. And then I should be able to substitute directly in now. All right, so equals Substituting in 0, it's pretty easy. I've got a negative 1 up top. I got a 4 on the bottom. 2 times 2. 2 times 2. And that is it for example 4B. Example 4B. Oh, there's another way to do it. At the very beginning, I could go ahead and multiply top and bottom by that common denominator. All right. And let's just see. I probably will run out of room here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this out. All right. But if I did this, same thing would happen. It would clean up both of those fractions in that numerator. And then we can proceed from there. So I'll at least go one more step. All right, so that's going to give me the limit as x approaches 0. And you're going to see some familiarity here. All right, up top, both fractions will be eliminated. So when I multiply this fraction by this common denominator, I'm just left with the 2. All right, then minus, I'm going to be careful here. When I multiply this fraction by this, it gets rid of these 2's right here, that 2 and that 2. Those 2 get reduced, and you see something very familiar. I have the 2 minus 2, and also will subtract the x. Okay, and in your denominator, you may prefer this, and your denominator is going to be the 2x, and then the 2 plus x. So that does go a little bit faster. I'm just kind of, looks like an and. It's like and. All right, but anyway, so what will happen from here? We're gonna get to we'll get to this, right? Because there'll be 2 minus 2 gone. I'll have and then I'll have negative x, right there. Oh, actually over here. Sorry, over there. And then on the bottom, I'll have the 2x 2 plus x. Yeah, and then we go. All right. You might like that better. If so, that's fine. But either way, however you prefer. And now, once again, you must know, we will have a shortcut for this later on, an easier way to do it, which won't take up so much time.